to Roy having a new brother complex, to Aldebaran calling out Felix for being a femboy, the animation from Capella transforming from and into Ratatouille, and Reinhardt casually dropping in like a whole ass nuke. This episode of ReZero was quite a thrilling one, and with this episode over, that means we have one more left until the end of season 3. Now, as you know, season 3 was meant to be consistent of 38 episodes. However, it has now been divided. So now season 3 will only be 18 episodes, and the remaining episodes will go and become season 4 because they want to take time and kind of make sure Arc 6 is adapted very well. So now they've split up season 3 and have just created season 4 now. So honestly, I'm kind of happy that they've done this because obviously Arc 6 is a very highly rated arc for this series, and I know a lot of the fans will be happy to see it done justice and not rushed. So normally I would have been bitching and moaning no, we have to wait for more ReZero, no, I don't want to wait another 4 years, but honestly, it's really deep in it. This is honestly what needs to happen, and I'm all here for it. I can't help but mention how the Sin Archbishops of Gluttony in this episode sent chills down my spine. This episode showed how they use the memories they steal to torment their victims is a terrifying concept, and it's shown in this episode. Even before it was completely shown to us that Roy had completely eaten Julius's brother Joshua's memories, they portrayed it through actions very well. At first, I found it dumb Julius was announcing his real name, which is the one thing you shouldn't do when going up against Gluttony. It really didn't matter in the end, as Roy now has the memories of Joshua anyway and pretty much knows everything about Julius. He constantly was saying brother at any chance he could to confuse Julius, as well as show us there's no limits in memories the Sin Archbishops of Gluttony can devour. We're shown a flashback of Julius picking an apple for Joshua, but Joshua's face is blurred out, meaning Julius has completely forgotten about him and we were seeing it through Roy's perspective. Not to mention Roy was able to dodge Julius's magic attack with ease, and he even states that we idolised you, brother, and that's a spell you worked your hardest to create. There's no way we wouldn't be familiar with it. And honestly, this goes back to what I said earlier about how it's like a scary concept. The Sin Archbishops of Gluttony devour memories, and when they devour memories, they can literally remember every single aspect of that person's life. So that's pretty much what we're seeing right now. We're seeing Roy kind of talk to Julius through his brother in a sense. So now that Roy has his brother's Joshua's memories, he's speaking to Julius as in we know everything about you, but because Julius has forgotten about Joshua because of this memory devouring, it's so crazy. It's a scary messed up way to deal with a target. So pretty much Roy's basically just teasing Julius at this point, using Joshua's memories against him. It's a very scary thing. Aldebaran yet again dropping little hints of lore about his ability to return by death to a degree. It's a conversation of immortals. Capella asks Aldebaran how many more times will it take for you to actually kill me, but Aldebaran responds with, true. Even if I die 100 deaths, I'm not sure I could ever kill you. Dying hurts, especially the first time. It's he's not even trying to hide the fact he's died multiple times before. Anyway, after a building is sent crashing down onto Capella the minute she turns into a dragon, Aldebaran reunites with Anastasia, and yeah, bro wasted 0 time calling Felix a femboy. Felix joins them as not even a crashing building will kill Capella. She transforms from a bunch of ratatouilles into her original form, and they animated it quite fluently. Now before this scene played out, a few episodes ago, as you know, Capella went and met with Felix and Cruciate, and obviously there was a trap placed up for her to go down and meet Aldebaran, but pretty much Capella was hanging on, and she got sent down by a magical attack set by Anastasia. So as you know in this scene, Anastasia just shoots a magic attack at Capella, sending her down the hole to meet Aldebaran. And in this episode, Aldebaran states, Anastasia isn't capable of magical attacks. She isn't capable of using magic. And at first, you're probably thinking that, damn, is this Anastasia or Capella? But she's not, because Capella rises from these bunch of rats. So, why does Al For one, no, Anastasia isn't capable of magical attacks, and two, if she isn't capable of magical attacks, how did she use a magical attack to begin with? Now, this is kind of like a, not a big Arc 6 spoiler, however, it is related to Arc 6, as you'll find out soon. This is explained in Arc 6 why. Unless it kind of gets cut out, which I probably wouldn't get cut out, but you never know over the ReZero anime. But if you want to know why Anastasia is using magical attacks when she can't, it's actually kind of pretty big. I suggest just reading into Arc 6, it's very interesting. I could explain it, but I kind of want to keep anime onlys. So, yeah, honestly, it is explained in Arc 6, so if you want to wait until the anime adapts that, go for it. If you don't, I read Arc 6. Good. A very, 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 very peak arc. But if you kind of want to know why this was, said, it is explained in Arc 6. Anyways, Capella states that herself and her dragon's blood are quite different, and that even killing her won't withdraw the effects dragon's blood has yet taken effect on poor Crucio. Capella says she's not going to fight anymore, and that she's already done what she wanted to do, where Anastasia points out about the gospel, which seems to piss off Capella a little as she pulls out the gospel and states she doesn't take orders from some book. Anastasia, Felix and Aldebaran begin to escape as demi monsters chase after them, when here comes our beloved OP hero Reinhardt, dropping in like a whole ass nuke. We return back to the fight where Otto and Felt's camp continue to fight against Lie-By Kotos, where Otto figures out how the authority of gluttony works, that it's not only the name of its target but also touch is needed for a memory wipe and for the memories to be devoured overall. As Otto explains, if you're touched by gluttony, you're already doomed. It's no surprise that Lai and Roy have been exceptional when it comes to their precise dodges and are able to move around with ease, but it's not from their own talent or working hard at all. Whoever the Sin Archbishops of Gluttony eat, they're able to steal their skills. One of the best girls in the anime, Beatrice, shows up after sleeping like Rem this season and saves Otto from having his fingers numbed off. It seems Lai is already well acquainted with Beatrice, as he knows information about her that not just anyone could know. How she was a spirit contracted to protect the Great Library of Roswell's mansion, how she rarely would leave only if it was of great importance. Lai then begins moving and masquerading a maid and says the name Rem. He uses Rem's words on how Subaru is the hero that will bring Gluttony down and how they wish to meet him. Pretty much back in season 2, the first episode, we know that Lie-By Kotos ate Rem's memories. Before he ate Rem's memories, she was going on about Subaru and how he will be the hero to bring down the witch's cult. And because Lai was the one to devour these memories, he's kind of literally remembered every single aspect of Rem's life, from being a maid to the mansion, to her kind of obsession and love for Subaru. He's kind of remembered all of that and began masquerading it, and it was kind of freaking scary to see. But it truly shows just how scary the authority of Gluttony truly is. Beatrice tells Otto that they must not let Subaru meet with Gluttony, as it will be a crash out not even Subaru will come back from, as the episode ends there. So yeah, honestly, we finally get to see Gluttony in action. We barely seen any of them in action this season. So now that pretty much all the fights are kind of concluding, we're kind of reaching the parts where Gluttony are now. We're getting to see them in action, we're getting to see their authority in action, we're getting to see how like truly scary the authority is. So like, not only do they need like your full name, they like if you're touched, they can literally just memory wipe you, as seen in like the scene where Lai just extends that massive serpent tongue. That was literally his authority taking place. It's also creepy to see the authority being used, as in like where they kind of talk like the person of the memories they took and use it against their victims. So obviously, as you know, Roy pretty much ate Julius's brother Joshua's memories, and he's now using it to kind of confuse and kind of tease Julius. But as we know, Julius has forgot all about his brother Joshua, so it's kind of like a weird mind game type of thing. But in reality, it truly shows like how scary like this power is, especially when used like this. But anyways, guys, let me know what you thought of today's video. Let me know how I kind of talked in this video. I tried to just try and keep it more information wise, more than yap. So just let me know in the comment section down below how this video turned out. And yeah, last week's episode is the last. I am kind of hyped and will be very depressed after watching it, so it's gonna be quite the video to make. It'll be my last very zero video until season 4 drops. And arc 6, which I'm very excited for. Honestly, it will be a mind-blowing experience, hopefully, if the anime adaptation is done right. But anyways, alas, thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please leave a like and tell me in the comment section down below what you thought and what other videos you want to see on the channel. And with that, ladies and gents, have a good day or night, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out!